it's a meaty topic, but I would like to highlight a few key themes based on the learnings that we have had in working with clients to help you transform the commercial operations to get to the strategy that you started with. So, the very first question before you begin this journey that you have to ask yourself is how much of a change that you want to undertake. So the degree of change is kind of on the x-axis here, and then the second question is how fast do you want to change. The answer to those two questions determine the kind of approach that you would like to take for operational transformation. So based on the answer to these two questions, you will land up in one of these quadrants. I call this the Adobe quadrant. So a large change and fast. Although many of you, and I think there are some people from Adobe here, know that even though it seemed like it was a fast change, it required a careful planning for a long period of time. And then you have this quadrant where the change is gradual, but over time you make a lot of change. I call that the Microsoft quadrant. So if you follow the transition from Microsoft from perpetual to subscription, they have been gradually changing. And then there is the adaptive where you make some changes really fast, and then the last quadrant is where you are slow and steady. So there are pros and cons. There is no one right answer. There's pros and cons, and it depends on where you are and what the top line goal is. So for revolutionary, it is fast, but it does have potential negative implication on revenue and cash. As you all know, when you transition from the big upfront deals to annual subscription deals, you have less revenue in the first few years before the ARR builds up. You have cash impact. But at the same time, if you are trying to do a gradual transition, one of the challenges that companies face is the complexity of living in the two worlds is tremendous. Entire organizations change, and living in the two worlds is not easy. So, if there are three key takeaways that I can leave you with here is, whatever you decide, I think you need to have very, very clear goals that is driving the transition. Be aware that even though you might want to pursue the Adobe strategy, it requires careful planning.